Dictation number 5. Why are cats associated with old maids? Reading. In Egypt, cats were considered sacred to the goddess Bubastis, the Egyptian Diana. Her priestesses were vowed to celibacy. They passed a great portion of their time attending on the cats of the temple. Mrs. Loudon suggests that hence, perhaps, may have arisen the idea that a fondness for cats is a sign of old maidism. Apollo created the lion to terrify his sister Diana, and she turned his fearful beast into ridicule by mimicking it in the form of a cat. Cats were dedicated to Diana not only when she bore her proper name, but when she was called Hecate. Witches who worshipped Hecate had always a favorite cat. A very great number of cats' mummies discovered in Egypt afford ample proof of the esteem in which Pussy was held in Thebes' streets 3,000 years ago. If one died a natural death, it was mourned for with many ceremonies. Among others, the entire household where the death took place shaved off their eyebrows. If killed, the murderer was given up to the mob to buffet him to death. Cats were held sacred when alive, and when they died were embalmed and deposited in the niches of the catacombs. An insult offered by a Roman to a cat caused an insurrection among the Egyptians when nothing else could excite them. Cambyses against Pelosus, which had previously successfully resisted all attacks by the following stratagem. He gave to each of his soldiers employed in the attack a live cat instead of a buckler, and the Egyptians, rather than hurt the objects of their veneration, suffered themselves to be vanquished without striking a blow. Herodotus tells us that, on every occasion of a fire in Egypt, the strangest prodigy occurs with the cats. The inhabitants allow the fire to rage as long as it pleases, while they stand about at intervals and watch these animals, which, slipping by the men, or else leaping over them, rush headlong into the flames. In some of the curious Egyptian pictures at the British Museum, you may see the representation of cats being trained to catch birds. Cats are frequently trained in California to catch a species of burrowing pouched rat called a gopher, a destructive animal infesting fields and gardens. Cats, so trained, are very valuable. We are told that there once was a cave in the island of Cyprus, which was called Cat Cave. A monastery stood here, the monks of which were compelled by their vows to keep a great number of cats to wage war against the snakes with which the island was swarming. At the sound of a certain bell, the cats came trooping home to their meals, and then rushed out again to the chase. When, however, the Turks conquered the island, they destroyed both the cats and their home.